Netflix series Ozark.
We're going to go to Ozark.
We've been wanting to discuss this. Finally, we can.
It is.
If you want to do the premise,
I'll be happy to.
Do the quick premise.
It's all about
a spoiler-free premise.
It's a money laundering system made by. There is a man and his wife. We have a banker, and not a banker. He's a
financial advisor,
financial broker, etc.
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman, who is. At first I thought Jason was miscast in this because we're used to seeing Jason in sitcom type films.
He's done some drama,
comedy.
Though.
He has done some drama. He did a wonderful movie called 2 Weeks. Last summer or something. It was a Woody Allen-esque film that came out fairly recent, within the last 2 years, and I love that movie. Had a Woody Allen film.
He was good in. There's a film called Disconnect, which was about technology, and that was great.
That was very good.
Drama, and he did a good job in The Gift, a film that came out about with Rebecca Hall.
Yeah, that came out a while ago.
Well, 2 years.
And then they re-released it because I saw it a year before.
That was directed and written by Joel Edgerton,
right,
the actor.
But he is good at drama, and I thought he was excellent. He almost plays almost a Rain Man type genius.
He's a savant almost with math.
He is a savant. He's a math savant.
Laura Linney plays his wife.
Laura Linney is wonderful as his wife.
The role of her career, maybe. She's excellent.
I think so too. I love Laura Linney.
She's great.
I've
always
seen her
loved her.
So many films. I loved her in that. Schenectady. It was a movie called Schenectady,
New York, with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour and their brother and sister and their
I loved her in
Primal
Fear, Richard Gere, Evan
Norton.
Norton.
There you go. That was one of her first films.
Very early on, 96.
One of her big premiere moments.
So anyway, the storyline.
This is a 10-episode series. It is basically Esai Morales, who is a Spanish actor. He is a Mexican, whatever he is. He's wonderful. He plays kind of a drug lord who murders all of Jason's broker financial friends during a particular scene, and Jason, just due to his silver-tongued, devilish charms, is able to get his life put on hold as long as he can launder
$8 million.
He has to spend
in 3 months.
$8 million and make a profit on that money for Mr. Esai Morales.
Because that's money that was stolen.
Correct. So we can't just spend that money because the IRS now will have a paper trail. The money has to be invested and things have to be
washed,
bought.
like they say.
It has to be washed and overturned. And it's all rather confusing to my humble, non-mathematical brain. And I'm not quite sure I understood the whole concept of the money laundering, that a profit was going to be turned over within the 3-month time that Esai Morales, as this very bad mafioso guy, gives to Jason to do.
Well, it's not necessarily that they need to have a profit. The $8 million needs to be washed and deposited.
It needs to be put in a place where it is no longer
account
exists.
in the Caymans or whatever.
Right.
So, but it has to look legit.
Okay.
So he decides to take his family down to the Ozark Mountains to a lake community in Missouri, in the Ozark area.
Okay.
And so that is how he starts finding businesses to invest the money in.
Indeed.
But he eventually finds some trouble. Some local trouble.
Well, he gets into a small town where there are small town
drug lords
mafia
as well,
type lords,
kind of
etc. This movie basically is just a series of storylines that follow almost every character in this episodic nightmare, if you will, that goes on and on and on, and each character has a storyline, and they interweave with other storylines. There are FBI agents who follow Jason down because he's now subtracted all his own money.
That guy's very good. He's a loose cannon.
He's very good. Yeah. I liked him very much. He has a gay element to him where he has many things happen here. I'm going to shock you and tell you that I cannot recommend this series.
Really?
And the reason I
Tell me
cannot
why.
is because it is over 10 hours long. Was it worth the investment of a 10-hour series for me? No.
Oh.
Did I like it? I did. I liked it, but I didn't love it. I thought it was just an extended soap opera. It was beautifully shot. It was beautifully acted. And yet, for 10 hours, I would have been happy with just a 2-hour and 10-minute film that they could have made a brilliant film out of. And I just thought it went on way too long. We have extended things with her daughter and her boyfriends and this guy, and he's not a good guy. And then Jason buys a little bar, a kind of a seafood bar and grill with beer joint.
Well, it's a hotel. It's a resort.
It's a resort,
Yeah.
correct. I just thought it went on way too long.
Well, that's the problem with TV shows in general, is that they throw in a lot of subplots. That's the main reason I have pretty much abandoned anything that's on network television, because I don't have time for a 24-episode show with probably 8 episodes of filler.
Okay. I
But
got
this
you there. But
I-
you know, a show is somehow different. But I tell you, to watch this 10-hour
They could have made this show 8 episodes, because I do agree with you
Maybe
that
6.
there were some slower moments to it, some subplots really didn't need.
Absolutely.
However, I recommend it because I thought it was very enthralling. I really enjoyed it.
I
I liked it a lot. I thought it was very tense.
There were moments of tension.
And some good twists.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed it.
I thought the ending was very anticlimactic.
Oh, really? I thought that was a good ending.
Over in a flash, basically.
I didn't see that ending coming.
Well, I didn't.
The way
either,
things
but-
happened.
But then we have a different bad guy emerge, who is a local guy
Yes.
with his wife.
And he's excellent.
And
he's a
excellent.
Scottish actor.
He's wonderful.
Nope,
No, everybody.
Peter
is
Nolan,
good.
I think his name is.
Everybody is good in this.
Excellent.
Everybody is
Well
good. The
cast.
writing is
Yeah.
is fine. The acting is,
Well directed.
is excellent.
He directed and produced.
I know he did like the first 3 episodes.
4. He did 4 altogether.
Episodes, and then he did the end episode.
He did the first 2 and the last 2.
There you go.
And then he produced the whole thing.
Yeah, and something. It was well made, but a 10-hour investment of my life in
All
this. I gotta say no. I liked it. I'm giving it a quality-wise, yes. But over 10 hours, because the first episode's like an hour and 20, and the last
one's an hour and 20.
I mean, it's basically 52 minutes each episode, so we're really quite right under 10 hours. But 10 hours is just too long for what I got out of this for me. I liked it very much, but there were times where it's like, okay, enough already. Let's move on. Let's stop with the gay sex. I mean, I don't mind.
Well, there really wasn't that much gay sex.
No, there wasn't. But I mean, that whole relationship.
But you have to understand that
carried
there is a
away.
relationship that develops within the film, that it's there for a reason. There's a reason that's
No, I
occurring.
realize that. No, that's
that.
important. We have
Yeah.
to get these
I understand.
characters over here, but not just. Forgive me for saying the gay thing. It's not irrelevant. It's just one aspect which was actually. It was well done. I mean, everything was good. And we have the one daughter. She's the daughter.
Rebellious daughter. Yeah.
I forgot her name.
The actress or the character?
No, the character.
Oh,
Ruthie.
No, Ruth is I guess to use the term, the white trash girl.
Right.
Yeah, I thought you meant his daughter.
No.
Oh,
I
yeah.
meant the white trash
Oh, yeah,
girl.
she's the white trash girl, yeah. She's very good.
Well, she's good, but she's supposed to be so menacing to everybody, and she wasn't that menacing to me.
Well, she changes an arc. She
does.
changes a little bit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when we first meet her, they're all petrified in fear. She locks them into a cave with the bobcats.
I know.
I mean, and they're cringing in fear. What are you doing to her? These are 2 big guys who could just take her and snap her neck like a twig.
No, but the reason they don't is because her father is a very dangerous guy
Her
who's
father's
in jail.
in prison,
He's
exactly.
their brother.
No, I got all
And that guy, they know that he still has eyes and ears outside.
Great power.
And has power outside.
I gotta say no on this.
Okay,
though.
fair enough.
I liked it. I did. I like Laura. I thought she was wonderful.
Please be careful with the...
Oh, terribly
I don't want you
sorry.
to log us off.
No, I'm okay.
The live stream.
But no, I'm not touching it. I'm just moving it.
I know,
around.
but you know how things go with
I
this
just
website.
like to move it. But yeah, I didn't love it.
Okay, well,
Didn't
fair
love
enough.
it.
So
I
we're
loved
split.
it. I liked it very much, but 10 hours,
All right,
Okay.
fair enough. Well, we'll move on.
You liked it.
I did. I recommend it. I like it a lot.
Wholeheartedly. You liked sitting there for 10 hours.
I had no problem with it.
No problem with it.
I
Okay,
enjoyed it.
Cool. Good
I
enough.
would-
Fair
and
enough.
you know what? It's like, not to say it's Breaking Bad, but it's Breaking Bad-esque in similar ways.
It wanted to be Breaking
I know
Bad
it did.
so
Everything
bad.
wants to be Breaking
It
Bad.
wanted to be so bad. It just wanted to give us,
But
there just wasn't enough.
It takes
murder
an
and
average
mayhem
guy
and-
and puts him out of his element, and
There wasn't
there's
enough
a lot of family
evil.
drama.
There wasn't enough. There was just too much filler
I know.
with the daughter and the one cop who's with the gay thing with him and all his little escapades, and then the 2 brothers themselves.
See, I thought the
Everybody's
subplot to
trying
me that dragged was the realty subplot. The realtor and the mother. That
was horrible.
That was a bit too much.
That was just the
But
worst.
I guess they got to give Laura Linney something to do. But that subplot was
that was a waste of time. Yeah.
Anyway, why don't
I
we
did
move
like
on?
the fact that they're all trying to kill Jason, so
Well, yeah, that's-
But you know he's not going to die.
I know, 'cause he's
the
the
damn
show.
star of the show.
I know.
So it just kind of got me. So okay,
All right, so we're split vote on that.
got
That's
to
fine.
split on. Let us move
why
on.
don't we move on?